Hi, everyone. Hi, Andrea. Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. Long time no see. Well, exactly 6 months ago or something like that. Thank you for your likes. Thank you. Welcome. I'm live both on YouTube and TikTok. The last time I was here with you was 6 months ago. It was a long break. Due to personal and professional reasons. And now I'm back, and it's exactly at the full moon in Libra. So the last time I was with you guys live, it was a new moon in Libra with the solar eclipse. And right now we are meeting again for the full moon in Libra. Welcome and thank you for being here with me. Thank you for liking. Thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing. For those of you that are new and it's the first time you are here seeing me, my name is Isabella, and I'm the founder and owner of Sacred Light Alchemy. Welcome. As I was saying at the beginning, it was a long period since I was coming up live for you guys. It was a new moon in Libra. Right now, it's a full moon in Libra. So it's exactly at the auspicious time. For you guys that are Libra energy, sun, moon, and rising, you are the main, let's say, characters that are going to be very influenced by this full moon in Libra, but also the rest of us, because it's a very powerful full moon, and we are going to talk about it today, this evening, wherever you are. And you're going to learn more how this full moon is influencing you, how this moon is going to affect you more or less in your day-to-day life. Also, a bit about global energy and the collective energy. As always, we are talking not just personally, but also collectively. So welcome. Thank you again for being here. I'm going to be with one eye here on TikTok. Hi, everyone. And here on YouTube. Thank you so much for your understanding. And let's get going. Let's start. Today, as I was saying, we are going to talk about the full moon in Libra, how this is, what is a full moon, mainly, what is the full moon in Libra, all the signs, how are going to be affected, starting from Aries up to Pisces, and also like the particularities of this full moon, or what are like the conclusions that you guys need to understand, because always a new moon or a full moon is not affecting us. It's not just on that main day. Usually it has a cycle of 2 weeks up to 1 month when these events are affecting us. These events are influencing us. Again, thank you for liking this live. Is helping me also reach more people, but also stay consistent. Thank you again. And with this being said, let's start our session today. So first of all, as always, I would like to point out what a full moon represents. What is a full moon? A full moon is happening when the sun, which represents our masculine energy or our male energy, be it man or female, is 180 degrees across the moon, which represents our feminine, our inner child, our mother, or the inner mother, or our sacred feminine. These two energies, which is the sun and the moon, as I said, they are 180 degrees. So they are like opposites. And that usually a full moon, actually all the time, a full moon is something that spring from the past. So we had previously 2 weeks ago a new moon, which was a new moon in Aries, and today we have a full moon in Libra. So this is going to be the cycle of the full moon is going to be for 2 weeks, but up to 1 month. This energy is going to influence us. Okay. And what does it mean spiritually and maybe holistically to have a full moon? A full moon represents also an ending, but also a completion period, which doesn't necessarily mean an ending. It's just a part of the process. I complete something, but I still have a way to go in something in my life, like in a specific area of my life. That means that now I'm reaching a point where I know where I stand with something, where how I can maybe improve that thing, how I can understand the situation better, and maybe make the necessary changes. Because as most of you know, the full moon is also a moment of letting go. However, because I'm so in tune with the moon for many, many years, I also know that for the full moons is best when we correct things. Let's say we have done something, we have planted a seed for the new moon, and now with the full moon, we just correct things. We put something we realign, let's say, the things that we planted in the new moon. So it's not just a moment of letting go, but also a moment of a realignment, of correction, and then also letting go. So this is why I invite you to understand the different levels and what the full moon in general is representing overall for us individually, but also collectively. So the full moon also is inviting us to see better things. Okay, so it's kind of like a light shining on a situation in our life that is going to become more enlightened, like more the truth is going to come out more. And sometimes we don't necessarily want to see the truth, so because we've kept, let's say, a belief or an understanding about a certain situation, and right now the moon is enlightening us in a different way, and maybe we don't necessarily like what we see. However, in order for us to create in us in a healthy way, I would say, and also for us to move forward in a good and rightful way, we need to acknowledge whatever the full moon is going to show us. We need to understand what we don't like, and also what we need to change. So with this being said, that was the general thing about the full moon. However, right now we're going to move on to the energy of Libra, okay? Because this is what we are talking today. So Libra speaks about fairness. Libra speaks about balance, about harmony, about being in tune with our hearts, and also liking, okay, like whatever we love, whatever we enjoy, okay? So what right now the full moon is going to teach us, depending on where you are in your healing journey and where you are in your, let's say, conscious awareness, it's going to either show us more things that we love, more things that we've already cultivated and they just emphasize, or the other way, it can be the things that we don't necessarily love about a situation, a person, and mostly relationships, because Libra talks and speaks about relationships. And usually when we are, let's say, on the negative of the Libra energy, we tend to give too much in relationships, or we tend to give too much into a certain situation without understanding that in order for us to find the balance in that situation or in that relationship, we need to hold and get the same type of response from the other person or the other, let's say, including the universe, okay? Because the universe is also, we are in a relationship with the universe, with the creation, right? With the power of creation, with creator, with God, whoever you want to call it. So for us, if we don't understand these signs, which is a form of maturity, it's a form of becoming more aware, we tend to overgive, we tend to overdo, we tend to not understand the signals. And this is what we can right now understand at the full moon with Libra. We can understand that in a certain situation or in a certain relationship, we were unbalanced or we gave too much, okay? Also, as I was saying at the beginning, we also going to see, oh, I love doing that, and this is giving me more energy by when I do that. When I am in relationship with those people, or when I'm doing that, or when I'm creating something, and so on and so forth. You understand what I'm saying at this point. So it's a way of me acknowledging where are my imbalances, or it's a way of me understanding where I actually am putting where I'm putting the energy, and I'm also getting back the same kind of feedback or energy. And I understand or know where is my rightful place or my rightful way of putting the energy, where and how. So this is the overall about the full moon and also about the energy of Libra. And being a spring full moon and also a full moon, which is also about letting go, we are going to be invited in some way, shape, or form to clear something, to clean something in a way of our relating, maybe in a way of our relationship, maybe, yes, let go of some type of relationships or some types of relating. And this is something that we understand that it's normal, because every time we are in a process, there's also a way of acknowledging and also a way of clearing things that we no longer need. And this is what the full moon in Libra is inviting us, okay? Another thing, just looking about the chart of the moment, because we had, depending on where you are on the globe, right now I'm in Central Europe, right? The full moon happened midnight on today, midnight. So depending on where you were, it happened 2 hours after or before, and so on. So when that moment, when the full moon is exact on the sky and it formed exactly, we have, as I always say, a story, okay, which we can interpret in different ways. And a way which I interpret that is actually that we have a lot to decide. There's like a moment where there is like a lot of decision taking place. And when I'm saying now, I'm not talking just today when the full moon is happening or took place, but also in the next cycle, which, as I said, it's up to a month. So it's 2 weeks up to a month. And in this period, there are a lot of decisions taking place. I want to remind you that we also had Mercury retrograde, which ended like a week ago, and Venus retrograde, which ended on Friday. And this also were like periods where we felt that we lacked a certain direction. We were maybe confused. The energy was not very clear to us. And right now, starting with this full moon, we actually going to see things more clearly. The things are going to dissipate more, and we are going to have a period of action. And actually, I'm going to invite you to act, not just because you are going to have a more clear understanding, but also because the energy is happening. Most of the moon, the sun, and also the ascendant is happening in cardinal signs, which in astrology means a starting point, also action, impulsivity. So most of you, maybe you're also going to feel a bit irritated or angry. Maybe you're going to feel this energy that you're going to be a bit irritated or angry. And for my advice or my recommendation, just because of this energy, I invite you to actually redirect your irritation or anger into action, into putting that, let's say, energy that is not necessarily something that you want to hold on to and just feel, okay, which I also invite you to feel your anger, but in order for you to use it creatively through action and maybe even to create something with it. So these are like my two recommendations in terms of this energy, to actually feel the anger or the emotion of anger or irritation, but know consciously that you need to redirect it into a creative process or into some type of action because of the clearing and the period of that is more clear, and we now can actually act more in alignment with these energies. Okay, so basically, it's a moment of action. It's a moment of understanding where you need to put your energy, where you need to invest your energy, and also do more of what you love. And if you don't do what you love, to maybe understand where you need to put that energy and to make more of what you love. Another thing that I want to point out is the fact that there is besides being in a moment of action and clarity and initiating something, we also have this period where we need to let go of things or end things in a certain aspect of our life. And I'm going to go specifically through each sign, and maybe you're going to understand where in your own life, depending on your sun, moon, or ascendant, you're going to need to let go of some things or change something or act in a different way. Because it's not just about a moment of action, but it's also something that we need to let go of in order for us to have more energy into the new projects or in the new start of whatever we want to accomplish. As I was saying, the energies are cardinal. It's inviting us to act. It's inviting us to spring forward, to not hold on to things. Because before, maybe you've noticed There was a lot of energies that were holding on. There was no clarity. And right now, we feel more in tune with actually acting and also taking decisions, basically. Okay, and right now I'm going to go into each sign, okay? Starting with Aries, then ending with Pisces. For those of you that are Sun in Aries, Moon, or Ascendant, so anyone that has major Aries energies, this full moon in Libra is going to connect or is going to trigger the area of relationships in your life. So what does that mean? It means that whether you are going to be more aware about the way you relate to people, to yourself, or to a specific person, you are going to become more aware of that, and also change the way you relate to a certain situation or person. It's either you're going to let go of some relationships in order for you to let's say have a more balanced way of relating, because yes, anything that was toxic in terms of your relationships are or need to be addressed. And with this full moon in Libra, you are invited to let go of some of these patterns or some of these relationships that you were holding on and were not necessarily good for you. So that was for Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Right now, I'm going to talk about Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. So for you guys, this energy is going to happen in the areas of your life connecting to your health, to your daily routine, to your work environment, colleagues, bosses, and so on and so forth. So what can happen here? It can happen that you might want to be starting now a new routine, maybe letting go of something that is not necessarily healthy for you, and not necessarily just about your diet, but also in the way you are working. Maybe you are working too much. Maybe you should rest more, because that's going to affect your health in a way or another. Maybe a situation with a colleague or a boss needs to be addressed in order for you to feel better at work. And for some of you, not for everyone, you might also want or be tempted to let go of a certain situation or a certain routine, something that you used to do, but right now it's no longer good for you because you felt, you also saw that it's detrimental for you. For Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, for you guys, the energy is going to happen in the area of the zodiac that is related to your hobbies, the areas of your life that is related to what you love, to your children, to everything that you like to be doing. Okay, so with this energy here, you are either going to do more of what you love. You're going to either want to connect more to your own creativity and do and play in that sense. You are either, some of you, not everyone, going to want to have a baby, or even to acknowledge that you're going to have a baby, like getting pregnant, including. So this is something that it's coming out into the light. So it's not something necessarily that it's planned, but it can also be that. So that was for Gemini. For Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, the energy is happening in the area of your zodiac connecting to your roots. specifically to your parents, like your immediate roots, like the parents, grandparents, and also related to your home, and like more holistically to your own soul. So some of you might want, or you're going to be triggered to move, to change something in the house, to even heal something related to your mother, to your roots, to your ancestry. You are invited to understand more of what your soul likes and what your soul is all about, and just to integrate that more. For Leo, sun, moon, or rising, this is energy is happening in the area of your chart that is related to short travels, maybe also something that you want to have like a course in this period, to study something that you wanted to have, you wanted to learn, or also something that maybe you are going to be becoming more popular, for example, on Instagram or on social media. Maybe you want to have a project or a course on social media or online, and this is something that it's encouraging you to actually do. For Virgo, sun, moon, or rising, this energy is going to be happening in the area of your chart related to resources, your personal resources, which are your money, your skills, your time, and everything that you have in order for you to create something. And that being said, it's either you're going to receive money, or you're going to find something like a new skill, or implement a new skill in order for you to get more resources in terms of time, or in terms of money, and so on and so forth. So for Virgo is mainly about your personal resources and how you are going to receive something in this area. For Libra, sun, moon, or rising, you are the ones that are the main character, let's say, of this full moon in Libra. And for you guys, everything can happen from a very strong transformation up to just a small transformation, for example, in your appearance, or a decision that you didn't want to make, but right now you are ready to do it, to make this decision. Even if it's hard for you, you're going to need to let go of some things that were not necessarily good for you, in order for you to move on. And with this being said, you're going to transform not just yourself, but also your life. So for Libra, everything can happen with these energies, but mainly make decision and act accordingly to what you are going to feel like being called in this period, because it's your moment to shine. So that was for Libra. Now for Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising, this energy is going to trigger the part of your subconscious, or where you actually need to understand how you maybe sabotage yourself. Maybe you've hidden some parts of you that are not necessarily good for you to that are sabotaging you, and you're not necessarily aware of. So you need to see how you are bringing that into your awareness and your conscious thought, in order for you to change something that is not holding you back. But also maybe for some of you are going to actually get something from your subconscious. In the subconscious is not just bad things or things that you need to change. There's also your light. It can be your own gifts there. So things that like that can or are going to be now showing up for you to reclaim and implement or integrate, Scorpio. So that was for Scorpio. Now going and moving to Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. For you guys, this energy is going to happen in the house or in the sector of your child related to your dreams, aspirations, groups, popularity, and everything that you dream of doing in this life. So if you haven't already, let's say, met someone that helps you meet those good friends or implement something that you desire, a dream of yours, now it's the time to actually put that into action, because you're either going to find a certain group, a certain people that are going to help you move forward and implement that dream of yours. But with that being said, I want to make you aware that the universe is giving us, but we also need to receive it and implement it, act accordingly, because the energies are here for you. However, you also need to be the one that becomes aware and does the work on the ground, right on the field. That was for Sagittarius. Now for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, these energies are going to affect you or going to trigger you, the part of your chart related to your career, your social status, the way people are seeing you as a leader, maybe as an authority of something that you are good at, for example, in your work. So for you guys, you might either up level, upgrade at work, but also for some of you, it can also be that you're going to renounce a position, or you're going to find a new position. You are either going to want to be, let's say, a leader in your field and so on and so forth. This is the time for you. So if this is showing up in your life, go for it. That's your sign that you actually need to go for it. For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, the energy is happening in the area of your life related to your lifestyle, related to your way of like your philosophy of life, or the way you believe about your life and situation, and everything related to your beliefs. So this part or this energy is going to either tell you what you need to change in terms of your beliefs, what you need maybe to change in your lifestyle, because in order for you to get into a certain rhythm or in a certain alignment, you might need to change something that you believe or you are currently doing, in order for you to actually get what you want, re-establish your belief systems. And that can happen also through a course that you can do at this time, like a long term, like you can go to university or take like a course, but also through traveling. Okay, so if you, for example, in this period, you're going to see or feel that you want to travel, or you are going to you're going to be invited, I advise you to go for it. Then for Pisces, the last one, Sun, Moon, or Rising, for you guys, this energy is going to happen or is going to be available for you in the area of your chart related to share the resources with somebody else, be it with the company you work with the partner you live with, your husband, and so on, or just with the business partner. So at this time, for example, if you feel called that you maybe overshared or overgave, or you were, let's say, misled in a certain way, and you gave too much of something in a certain situation or relationship, including at work, and it was in a detriment to you, you need to retrieve some part of your time, energy, or assets or skills in order for you to get to rebalance the energy in some way, or even ask for somebody to have like a raise or get you paid in some way, shape, or form, or give you more of the energy that you invested at the beginning. So overall, as a conclusion, for each and every one of us, starting from Aries up to Pisces, there is a period of rebalancing. The rebalancing, though, is happening depending on where everybody is in their journeys, but also in where natively you have this moon. The full moon in Libra is going to fall in your zodiac. So the rebalancing is happening, as I said, for some of you in the relationship area, for some of you at work, for some of you in the way you are dealing with day-to-day life, or with your children, some of you with your partner, some of you with your friends, some of you with the way you spend your money, and so on and so forth. So just mind that this is the period of rebalancing, getting back into, let's say, a rhythm. But also for some of you, can be also, let's say, a moment of rebalancing karma. So what I'm meaning by that, when I'm saying karma, I'm saying what I put to get back. Okay, what I gave to get back is not necessarily good or bad. It's something that I right now the universe is going to give me back, something that I put into creation, or I gave in a way, shape, or form. So this is overall the full moon, and the full moon in Libra, and the for all the signs, you need to understand that every window in time, how I call it, because this is a window in time, is for us to be realigned. It's for us to acknowledge something, to become aware of something. Even if it's maybe for some of you painful, even if it's something that we don't want to see, there is always good at work. There is always something that we need to pay attention or become more aware of, that this is something that is in the work for us. It's not something against us. It's something that is happening for us, not against us. Before I move on and also pull out an oracle card that is going to be available for this full moon in Libra, I also want to point out that if you haven't already, for those of you that are more sensitive and you are already in your healing journeys, some of the chakras that are going to be activated, and maybe some of you already felt, are going to be the first chakra, the root, the third, which is your solar plexus, your heart, which is the anahata, right? The love chakra, and also the fifth, which is our third eye chakra. So these 1, 3, 4, and 5 energy centers are going to be more triggered, more activated, because new upgrades are going to happen. And for some of you, activations of your DNA to understand things better, to become more aware, and also to upgrade to a new level. So don't be afraid of these energies, even if for some of you are intense. And for me, including, it was very intense today. So just know that everything is for our own good. It doesn't happen for, it's happening for us, not against us. So when you have this mentality, or the way of putting this, we tend to let go of resistance. And when the resistance is let go of, we face or navigated all these changes with more ease, and with a more awareness, and more becoming more conscious, and not be so stuck or afraid of everything that we don't know that it's happening. Okay, so based on that, I want to pull out the oracle card that is going to be the overall energy for this period. Okay, because this is also something that are going to be grounding us in these energies. For you that are online here on YouTube or TikTok, let me know if you have any questions, and thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your likes. So if you have questions, put them in the chat. Put the question in the description here on YouTube, and I'm going to be happy to answer you. Okay, so let's see, what is the card? What is the card that is being pulled out? So we have a card, and I'm going to read it for you guys. Okay, so this is the card. This is the card. It's called Universal Heart. Talking about heart energy, talking about the heart chakra and Libra and so on and so forth. And I'm going to read it for you. And this is the overall energy. So stare into the face of this card. What is it? Hold on. Okay, like that. What is it reflecting back to you? Meditate upon this image. After a while, you will see that the human face disappears, and all you see is stars and galaxies. A space of infinite creation and possibility lies beyond your thoughts. This universal heart card reflects the infinite creativity and endless possibility within you. All is possible for you. It is simply up to you to choose it. Talking about choices, talking about understanding our journey through the stars, the universal heart. Amazing. So with this being said, we are going to close for today. Thank you so much for being here and joining me from wherever you were. I appreciate your assistance here on YouTube and TikTok. Thank you again for being here. And next time it's going to be a new moon and then another full moon. Depending on how I'm going to be feeling cold, I'm going to join for another live. Usually it's going to be either twice a month, the lives, or once a month, also depending on how I'm going to be guided. So just be with me here in order for you to see me the next time. Maybe you can subscribe so I can show up for you and see. Again, thank you for being here. Have a good day. Have a good night. Take care.